What do you do when your now or your present or your circumstance doesn't look like what you imagine? What do you do when what you see is not what you've been believing for? So that's been my life experience for so long. The other day I got asked, so what's your 5-year plan? And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been asked that in 1,000 years. So if you're somebody who's like, my current trajectory, what I'm doing right now, doesn't line up with what I want, make sure you keep listening. I think it's interesting. More so, it's a terrible feeling. I'm not even going to call it interesting. It's a terrible feeling when everything around you feels like it doesn't belong. It's not what you imagined. It's not what you expected. And you feel like a fish out of water. You feel like you're out of place. You feel like you just don't belong. It's actually, for me, it's been, I would say, quite devastating to feel like you don't fit in and you can't find your place and you can't find like your rhythm. And you're like, how do I get out of this? How do I fix this? How do I resolve this? How do I conquer this? Because this can't be my story. So I was talking to an older, I would call him a friend or associate, the other day. And I was expressing like some of my frustration, some of those feelings that I've had in the past about this. And one of the things I said that I feel like is missing in the world is nobody's talking about it. You hear all that rah, 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 keep your head up, wipe your face, look up, keep going, all that motivational stuff, but that stuff is fleeting. It doesn't last. It is just for the moment. And it's like, what do you do when it's gone? Because it sounds good. Like, that sounds good. But how do I do it? How do I apply it? And what I want to share with you all is here's what I've done when I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. It's creating what you want. Taking your current, present circumstance and creating what you want, making a plan to get to where you want. And I think for me, and I'm sure for somebody listening, what's daunting about that is that it can feel like the future you want is so far away. Sometimes it even feels like out of the realm of imagination. But what I've realized is that we owe it to ourselves. We only get one shot. We only have this one life. We owe it to ourselves to create and have all that we're supposed to have. And where I'm learning and where I'm leaning into is to not stew in it, not to just wallow in what is and what isn't, but to get what I want. So I hope this blessed somebody today. I hope this spoke to somebody today. But rather than wallow in what's not right and what's not going according to plan, according to what you imagine, make a plan and realize and recognize, I'm glad I just got that download too, like it won't go according to plan even after you make the plan. So go ahead and realize, okay, I'm going to have to course correct. Just like when you ride in the GPS, there's rerouting. You're going to have to reroute. But keep that main thing the main thing. Keep that what you want, that vision, that goal that you have. Don't let anything detour you from that. I read in the book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz the other day. It says, action cures fear. As you're creating what you want, as you're building the life that you want to lead, there will be so much fear and discomfort and a lot of times lack of certainty. Let's just keep it real. You're like, how's this going to work out? For somebody listening to this, let him figure out the how. You just do your part. That's what I've had to tell myself. Let him figure out the how. You just do all that you can do. But I want to leave y'all with this too. Like, action cures fear. When you don't know what to do, when you're like, I just feel like this is not the life that I'm supposed to be living. Keep going, keep searching. I shouldn't say keep going, but keep searching for what feels right for you. And if you already know what that thing is, make a plan. It's just like when you're going on vacation, having something to look forward to, having something to prepare for, that will give you some momentum. So just remember that action cures fear. Until the next video, I will talk to you all soon. Blessings.